Hello, I'm this Akhier, and hey, a different game. This one's called Faeria, and it's not a roguelike. Mostly because I played quite a few of those in the recent past, and I want, well, not want, but I've been playing this as kind of just my, relax game, because it's a card game sort of thing, and that's sort of what I like. Being a card game, of course there are packs to open, and since I do have one ready, I'm just going to open it. Well, I just got this reward for having logged in a certain number of days in a row, and this I just got because of a failed Pandora run. But yeah. One thing I like about these is that you, along with a lot of others, you always get at least one of the next up beyond common rarity, but beyond that, you can re-roll it. One of the highest ones you have, you can re-roll. And bam, got another one. And now this one is the fancy thing, and it gives you the... there's only 4 of them in the thing, but you get the really fancy looking ones. And no re-rolls. But yeah, but what I'm actually here for is the practice Pandora. That's the mode name. Pandora. You can get a regular Pandora run for 200 gold or 500 of the cash monies. But once a day you get a practice run. The thing I like about Pandora is that there's 4 colors in the game. You could play all of them, but in the Pandora, one of them gets locked, so you don't see the option. And when you're picking these, the more you pick one color type, the more that'll show up. So here I'm going to pick the Seed Sower, and no green show up. That's just... way to go, game. I try to do my point, and you completely mess it up. Sad. No, Cutthroat Bandit. There we go. I don't really have a method for this. I just pick whatever I like. Here I'm going to pick this one just because there's some crazy buffs that go on. Here we go. Little taunt never hurt anyone. Buffs. I like my own buffs as well. Just for the forests I control. I'm not really going over much here because I don't really know enough about doing this to actually get it right. So I'm not going to say. The less I say, the better. I think I'm going to go monocolor. I've been playing around with doing some multicolor ones. Especially since there's like these things that show up occasionally in true multicolor cards. I'm like, oh, might as well splash some of that. Go for the opening. This is unique to the Pandora mode. In the normal thing, or in the other modes, you only get the regular cards, but in Pandora, you'll get 3 treasures. And after there's 5 cards that are shuffled into everyone's deck, the shards, once you get 5 of them, Pandora awakens and all kinds of stuff. I'll explain once we get into the game. You only use Mirror. It's nice, but it requires the opponent to actually play something, which you don't always. I'll go for the Hermit. Shiny anyway. Boom Sprite. If you want an actual how to play, this is definitely not going to be it. But if you played any of the more modern or recent computer card games where there's actually tactics to it instead of just the good old MTG bash your face against stuff, you should be alright. Punishment never hurt anyone. Oh, by definition, I guess a little punishment would hurt someone. Ooh, Wood Elemental. I would like the other thing, but Wood Elemental. Seedling. A little taunt. Or wait, Steam Forge. I'm always tempted by that. Like, if I could choose two, I'd choose both of those. But the chance of coming up on them at the same time is relatively nil. Yeah, you're pretty good. You. It's really expensive, but I'll take it. Sure. Why not? That seems cute. Oh wow, I want none of this. I guess I could technically splash a little bit of red, and this would... Like, it only requires a single mountain. So if any good mountainy things come up, I can, go for it. This is a really beefy guy. I'll go for the beefy guy. Does mess up the good old average there, but Ooh, that's nice. Teleportation's always a good thing. When you control it, obviously. Taunt wall, why not? Another one won't hurt. This one, it's nice, but it's overall too expensive for me. There's actually a treasure that's basically this one, but it costs 6 and there are 2 4s instead of 2 2s. I'm gonna go for the Daring Adventure. Looks like I'm gonna end up splashing exactly 1 red. Exactly 1 red card. Or, oh hey, yeah. 2 red cards. Hammer Destruction. It shuffles back into your deck. How could I not choose it? Both of them 7 cost. But they only need 1 mountain, so that's okay. And we'll play. With the practice coin, you only get 2 losses or 3 wins, and if you get all 3 wins, you get a third of a regular Pandora run. I have a third right now, so if I manage to get 3 wins, hey, that's good. Also, I guess I should mention, and we should mention straight up, this is going to be a long video, because I'm just going to play all of them. Because why not? And here's the unique thing about the Faeria. Which one do I want? No. You're cool, but no. We don't need... keep the Steam Forge. The Oakling, maybe we'll... Yes, Seedling, that's what we need. And of course we get one of the red ones right off the bat. There. You build the board as you play. There are things that can go in the water, flying and aquatic, but once it gets to our turn, you'll be able to get a good view of it. Let's see what his plans are, though. These are fairy wells. Every turn you get 3, which is what you use to pay for it. It doesn't drain away, but if you have a creature next to this, one of these, they'll tap it for it, or if you approach it. The options are placing 1 of any of the land types, placing 2 of the plains, which are prairie. You can do with this card, which is for going second, or you can draw a card or gain energy. For right now, what I want to do is that and this, and I'm going this way just to be a little defensive. And we'll put down the Seedling and the Steam Forge. You can only place creatures of the type on their field, so because I have a forest here, I could put it there. I could not put it here. Let's see. I am planning to actually get to the point where I could use that guy, but probably right there. That is not going to be cool. He is going to be aggressive. Since he's decided to be aggressive, we'll be a little defensive. Put that there, and this just lets us create a force. I'm putting it over here. The places where you can put lands would just want to lands off of here. It's anywhere connected to your lands or next to a creature that you have on a land. So if I had a creature here, I could put it there. Now, I do not want this one to be hurt. And yeah, I figured he was going to do something like that. There's a Shard of Pandora. Here's the counter for the Pandora things. Yeah, it's going to happen like that. It's actually slightly unfortunate there. Good elemental there. I'll throw down the mountain right now. Not sure if I want to actually attack him. This guy has taunt, so they can't move around him and attack anyone but him when they're next to it. I think I'm going to let it go. My next move is probably going to be, if he doesn't put something here, I'm going to prairie up. Because it's very advantageous to get land as close as you can to them. One of the tactics is a rush, where you just like straight down the center, or something similar. Okay, it looks like he might be playing a 2-color deck as well. There we go, and because of the one effect on him, which is last word, deal damage to your opponent. I am the opponent, so 2 damage. I don't actually want to put him out now because of that. It's annoying. We can move out and grab that. He would actually have enough. And yeah, I will prairie up like that. This guy just has so much potential. I don't want to waste it. You know what? Clear the field so I can get him out. Hopefully the Steam Forge targets him. That'd be for the best for me. Never have enough taunts. The best choice for him would be Prairie. Yep, he did exactly that. If he just put something here, I would still Prairie. By doing this, he has opened himself up for the possibility of going farther. That's annoying. Painfully so. I was expecting him to put it anywhere but basically here or there. He's a taunt, but he's not a very big taunt. And we don't have enough mana for it. That's very, very unfortunate. I'm actually going to draw a card. Okay, Living Will. It's not the best. Gotta admit, that's not the best for us right now. Where to go? This will give us a little bit of leeway anyway. Oh, and I totally don't expect to win this game. I generally don't do good on the very first one. He doesn't have any kind of effects on it from combat. I hate it when the cards do that. Okay, there we go. Hold the line. It just basically adds 2 of these guys. His thing. Yeah, that's the proper thing to do. Another shard. Presence. That's. I'll play it right now and see what we get. That's gonna be so sexy once I can actually summon it. For goodness sakes. Now here's the problem. He can attack me next turn, and he will not be big enough at that point. What if I... Also, ranged characters, once they move, they can't attack. Okay. I go put him there. He'll attack. Or let's actually use a forest. We'll leave him there just because... actually, we can move it down and then move it back up if need be. Now, the hope is... no, I was wrong. That was the wrong move. I should have left him there. Because now he can move down and screw me over. My fault. And now he's going to be able to put it there. Prairies. Should have prairied. And he's taking that out. Yeah, that was my fault. Not good. Error in judgment. Luckily, I've got this Grove Guardian to make up for some of that. For that, I'll have to put that there. You go over there. I wonder if he's gonna... Yeah, it hurt himself as... Or no, he attacked. Right. Yeah, no, that was fine. With my luck, I'll probably draw the other mountain card I have. But yeah, the correct answer there would have been Prairie, not what I did. Such a problem. What will you do? You got 3 of each, which is about the level where you need for the special doublekin. That's not an official term, by the way. I'm just kind of my mental way of describing them. Oh, that's cool. Activate, which means you have to actually use it, and then boom, move the thing. And generally, if they have an activate ability, they also have the deal 1 damage to the structure. Structures are the ones that have no attack power and health and look like this, as compared to creatures. Also, we've almost had Pandora awaken, which would be incredibly useful for me. Yeah, that was actually really bad of him, because what's going to happen now is... It's a little sad that I can't boost him up a little bit. I need to prioritize that. Uh-huh. There we go. Take that out. We'll throw the bloom sprite over there. Words. And Pandora awakens. Actually, yeah, this explains what it... Treasures are found in decks. Gain 3 extra each turn, but the wells are empty. Meaning the bloom sprite being there is basically useless. But Destruction Hammer. I like going second on it, especially if the opponent hasn't gained a lot of stuff. Because that means I'm going to be getting... the 6 first. Because you get the 3, then Pandora awakens, and then the well is empty. It's like, oh. Well, that's a thing. And my turn. Seed Sower. Right off the bat, we're gonna smack him. I don't know why he hasn't put anything there yet, but since he did that, I will take... Or, dang it, no, that wasn't the move I wanted to do. The move I should have done is move there. Mistakes upon mistakes. One of the nice things about this is his one ability of each adjacent enemy target means that it's going to be hitting that when I take him out. He's going there. It means nothing to me. Though I do need to fill in this spot soon enough. And likely I'll just fill in that spot with a red one just to use it. That way I can put these neutral cards there, or the last red one, which is the big beefy guy. Actually, yeah, Farm Boy, you do that. He probably has the one thing that's like, rawr, I turn you into a giant. Because it's like a 2-cost tier of something or other. And it turns something that's attacked a god, which is what we are, into a 10/10 Sky Swallower with flying. It's like, oh. Okay, no, he took that spot. Happens. That's just fine with me. Yeah, he really should have read more of what my thing does. What he should have done is put it there. So we're going to attack there. Move down. Take on him. Beastmaster, that's nice. Summon him there. And boom! Lots of damage. I'll move this guy over there so we have some space. And get a little extra mana. You know what? No, not Seed Sower. I want to go for this guy. He's a taunt, but his combat ability, which is whenever he does his attacking, I get to draw a card, which is pretty good. Of course I want the Battle Rager. Likely gonna make this a mountain and summon him when I can, because only 6 a turn kind of limits it. This guy is going to be backseat right over here. Blitz on. Reduce the cost of random card in your hand and deal damage to yourself. Okay. That's a thing. Well, unless he can take out those, I have the game, actually, which I'm kind of surprised at. I do not have a good track record for the first game of a deck. Nope. Looks like he might be giving up, or he's at least... Yep, there we go, giving up. I appreciate that. First one of the day. Random reward. Daily quest count up some. We have one win. Straight into searching for another one. Yeah. At most, there's going to be 4 games, because it's either 2 wins and 2 losses, or 3 wins and 1 loss, at the most. It's probably going to be 3 games of 2 more losses. Or not 2 more, but 2 losses. But that's just me being pessimistic. You might notice that there's the little things. You can actually get that from that fancy chest that I got, but I didn't. And I placed second, which is amazing for me. This dude right here, second, just fits him so well. Of course, we start with him again. I do not understand what's up with that. I like second just because it gives me the ability to react to what they're doing. This time he's going with a relatively slow one. I don't understand why he's doing that. That's interesting. Okay. But explore, forest, wood elemental, into another forest. The next turn I can just squidgy up and I can put a, not this one because it's gonna not have enough, but put another land over here, working my way that way. In this case, though, I should have thought about it. What was the correct answer was I put a forest here, then this turn I prairie. That way I can end up with good stuff. We'll move that over there, and we'll throw that there. Just so that next turn we can just straight away go into that. Well, depending on what he does. Keeps advancing, I might not. Yeah. If he keeps advancing here, or there, I guess. Yeah, no. Mountain boulder thrower. Actually, mountain boulder thrower. Oh, that is one thing you can do. If you have a prairie, you can overwrite with a special train type, but you can't overwrite existing special train types. Yes, I don't think so. Oh, and when you draw the shards, you might have noticed already, but you do just draw another card. It doesn't affect your actual draw. This would be better up here just because then he would have these lines of fire. But for this is fine enough. He's likely going to put something there that's gonna do something, I guess. Yeah. Okay. He put his desert there. So he looks like he's gonna be a yellow deck. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, I thought that was gonna come out. When he was hovering over my crater, I was like, wonder how long that's gonna live. Forest dash? Depending on what he plays. Maybe forest here. Move, attack, and then here and dash. Depending on... Campfire. Campfire is just give a creature +1/+1. That's cute. He's going for campfire. That's annoying. This might be my loss. I'm not gonna give up on this, but it feels a little lossy. Actually, it's not the worst. Sage. No. Forest. I can't remember if your dudes can go through other dudes. There's the Steam Forge down. And yeah, no. You can't go through it. Fair enough. Is he gonna double prairie? Because that's probably... Nah, I'm not really sure what I'd do here. Double prairie would be effective though, dun, dun, and then he'd be able to get into here and would force me to react. Oh, no, he's going desert. He's got that there, which is taunt, so I won't be able to mess around with him. But if he doesn't outright attack me, I'm tempted not to outright attack him, depending. Especially since this thing's got that annoying thing about creatures in his hand. I hope he... That is one thing. With any of those where it's like, add it to the random creature on the field or random card or creature in your hand, you need to actually have those creatures around to have it do anything. Like right now, if I had that creature out and it died, it'd be like, whatever. So that would be okay. I wish it wasn't... I hope Steam Forge boosts... No, it boosts that. Of course it does. Mm-hmm. That's annoying. Cast Presence. Okay, that's pretty nice. I won't be able to... Well, I could play it, but it would require me doing the, one thing. I'm going to take a chance. Oh, he survived. That's not within my plans. I didn't math right. Silly math. But they're all at 1 now. He's probably going to take out the Steam Forge, though. I'm not sure if that's what he's going to do, but that's what I'd do. Along with, you know, snaking my way into here, but... not that violent. Yep, took out Steam Forge. That can add up pretty big over time. I'm gonna just, like... Not that many turns, and it pays back itself, basically. Obviously, it can't be like a direct payoff sort of thing, but still. Unless he does something funky, my next thing is going to be Forest there, just so that he can't easily swoop in around. Big problem here is the fact that I have Famine, but that would kill both of my creatures. That's just not cool. That's not cool, man. Not cool. Like, if he put something with 3 toughness here, I would totally just waste it with Boulder Thrower to take out the Dune Drake as well. Especially with Charge 2. Charge means it can move multiple spots on its move. As you can notice with the glowing spots. And he's summoning something, and it's a 3-2. Oh, that's a thing. The upside is he can't actually do anything there? Punishment. Punishment. Okay. I actually want to save punishment, though. We'll use that to take out that. We'll throw a thing down on that. Throw out punishment just because. We'll do that. And then we'll have enough to summon the Ancient Beastmaster next turn. Or punishment, depending on what he plays. Not the best plays, but... Oh, and dash, of course. That's what I was afraid of. Oakling. Oakling. Do I want the Oakling? Oh, that was a mistake. I'm an idiot. I'm going to Pandora Awakens. That could actually be the thing that twists it in my favor. It really just depends on what. Hammer Destruction? Yes, that's perfect. I do hope he doesn't put a thing there. Land in this last spot, because that would be really hard to deal with. Come on, get it over with. You know what you want to do. There we go. I'm going to use Hammer Destruction. Well, alright. You are colored. Yeah, Hammer Destruction is about the best option here. Throw that there, and we'll move this over here just to shore up the lines. Treasure found. Ionia's mirror. And, you know, only effective if he actually plays something himself that I can copy. I'm hoping he plays some awesome treasure. That'd be nice. Of course. But it is that, so punishment will completely vaporize it. So I'm not minding so much. Of course, the next is the Oakling is going to move there. Bam. And then Oakling goes down. Actually, I'm gonna summon out the Beastmaster. I was hoping to have the Oakling die sometime soon and pump it, but now I have other creatures in my hand. That's not the biggest thing. I'm expecting he might put some lands here just to stop me from messing with it, but it's not a guarantee. But yeah, my next plan, or he has some sort of control artifact that would be actually really nice because I've got the mirror, so I can be like, boop, boop. Oh, that was a thing, and then I have a spare control creature spell. There's other ones that would do similar stuff as well. Basically anything that would deal with it that I could copy with Ionia's Mirror, I'm completely fine with. Though, honestly, I would very much just prefer to keep it because it's going to be pumping the rest of my creatures I put out, which is always nice. Oh, we drew Hammer Destruction. That is... wow, yeah. And now this is a luck thing. Will it create it next to him, or will he... Nope, created it there. Yeah, well. Like I said, that was very much just a luck. I was hoping it'd go there, because that would be amazing. But you can't have everything. I do hope he puts lands there. Or, I don't honestly care, but it'd be nice if he puts lands there, because then I can, deal with the stuff. Magda's Rose. There we go, see? He took control of it. The 1/5. And then I'm going to Ionia's Mirror and Hammer Destruction. Hey-oh. It would be nice if he had a Hammer Destruction. That is one thing I can't do anything about. Ooh, well. And then he threw that out. Okay, Well, I can't do much about it. More to the point, I don't really care to do much about it, so I'm not actually changing my plans slightly. You can go there. Like, it's cool that you want to have a 1-5 and whatnot over here, but that's... Sure. Earthshaker... If you were a little lower on health, that'd be nice. Stone of Fair Fortune. That just shuffles 3 random treasures into your deck. Now, what would be best for him is to, do that, shoot that, and then summon a thing there. I'm hoping he summons a thing there first without thinking about it. Oh no, he's going world. He's going tier. That hurts. Destroy a creature? Yeah, whatever. That hurts. Or it could hurt. I do not have enough mana at the moment. Or, energy? Mana. It's mana. I do not have enough energy at the moment. So the hope here is I attack him, draw a taunt. A cheap taunt. A taunt that costs 3 or less. Give or take. Yeah, whatever. You were never important. Not quite what I was looking for there. Let's try again. That is the... Oh no, that's combat gain 1. That's actually really close. Dang. So close, it's so far. I guess I'll use my thing on that. No? Okay. We're gonna de-hammer that. I'm gonna put out that. Basically, that means on my next turn, I'll have to either attack with this or gain a mana from the thing over here to use Magda's Rose. This is something else that happens. This ends up sticking around for some reason, so I just go to another one, and we're dead. Anyway, I figured he probably had something like that. Complete some daily quests, whatever. I figured he had some sort of pump, because that would make the most sense with how he was playing that. Then you win some, you lose some. I should actually place the regular multiplayer at some point. At the moment, I've only ever played the single-player content, which is a mix of challenges and puzzles. The puzzles are the usual kind of test your knowledge thing, where it's like defeat the opponent in 1 turn setups. And the challenges, of course, just fight an AI with certain conditions put on you. Playing second, that means none of these are really any good. Get rid of them. Wood Elemental, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. There's the Explorer. And of course the Seedling, so he's got a green deck as well. Explore. There's a forest there. This time I remembered it. I had something that would be a... Or no! That's a structure. I'm actually kind of sad I'm recording this. Because my general action at this point is just rage quit. Because this isn't an actual Pandora game, it's just the what's it? It's like, at this point, the rage quit is strong with me. And I'm very tempted. Well, it'll be a good defense anyway. He had his seedling out first, so it's gonna rock my face. This is the other method of doing this. I like to go out one and going like this, but that... Oh, punishment. Oh, he got a lot of seedlings. Or, I say a lot. I'm just assuming he got a lot because he's playing them like that, but it's quite possible that he didn't get that many. Is that a good thing? It's quite possible that we just throw another one and then set it out over there. We'll see what he does with his land. Okay, he's putting that there. Yeah, no, we'll go with putting the thrower. Or presence. Not presence. Presence is powerful. Sorta, in a sense. My problem with doing this formation is I tend to never get the chance to backfill. As we saw last time, not backfilling at least these two spots is deadly. In my case, it basically practically lost me the game last time. A 6/9 Taunter. No, that sucks. Oh, here's my combat draw card. Okay. We'll actually face him head on. And we'll use this guy to create a random adjacent forest. Backfilled. I would have preferred if it actually placed it forward, but it just happens. The most efficient thing to do here isn't to just keep it here. If I had the time, or the land, you fill in these two spots so you can have one here. On your turn, it automatically collects this one, and then you move it here, boom, and then back and forth. The aquatic creatures, or flying creatures, are nice for that. I wonder what I was gonna do. King Guard. Oh, I've got both the King and the Queen's Guard. That's interesting. Throw that out. Really, what I would have preferred to be able to do is put a forest there, so that next turn I have the chance to potentially prairie up, but happens. Also, seedlings. They're now at their max. Whatever. He can't move, but he could potentially... There we go. He can summon stuff there. It's just not going to be quite that useful. I wish I had my dash creature right now, because then I'd be able to put it here, dash there, and then boom, fill that in with a forest. Oh, that was cute. It boosts itself. Oh, that's annoying. Campfire. Pumps that, of course he does. So, is what it is. Well, means I'm not gonna attack that with it anymore. Interesting. Actually, I don't have to do anything about it. I'm looking at it. And yeah, this thing gets cheaper the more special lands you have. The biggest thing I have to worry about would be if he did something to this. But yeah, this is one of the multicolor creatures. I think it's... God, what color is it? Blue-green? No, it's not blue-green. Yellow... Maybe it's yellow-blue? Maybe. It could be yellow-blue. I could be wrong, though. And yeah, he blocked me off there, but that's perfectly fine. Once again, I do wish I had a rusher so that I could just be like, well, what do you know? I got it anyway. I'm surprised he didn't just fill it in. Maybe he had better uses for it. Tiki Totem, it dies. Tiki Totem is amazing. Look at that. It's only the first creature you summon a turn, mind you. Ah. Yeah, there we go. I'm probably gonna lose. Lose quick. What's the truth? Oh, that's... Okay, that makes it a little more viable. I can't summon that. I can just summon the dang Voice of Truth. Do that. Summon Voice of Truth and use it on the seedling. Back to 0-1. That's the turn. And next turn, I'll be able to summon this if I want to by either playing a forest or... Well, yeah, that's basically just play forest. Also, taking out this Vine Wall would be more than enough. Not going to go for it, and I did not backfill again. Well, if he doesn't play... No, he did it. Damn it. Pandora Awakens. And it's on the worst time, too. Currently at 6. And I'm still at 6. Or no. Really? Huh, interesting. Oh, wow. No, that's perfect. So that'll be it'll be a 6/6. Actually, that's right. Move that up. Poke that. Summon there. Oh, wait, no, it's going to be an 8/8 because it does kill that thing doing that. I accidentally did good there. Nice. And that turns the game around just a bit. And of course he heals back up to 6/5. Bleh. Whatever. I'm sad about having one of his lands next to my base, but... And there's that. Do as I... Because... I can just throw down a Primeval Colossus next turn. Oh, snap. That's a pain. Now I'm gonna hide the Steam Forge way over here, where he can't reach it. That. Gonna backfill a little bit. Oh, hey, we both get treasures. I get the mirror. I hope he doesn't play a treasure. Because that would make my life so much easier. Oh, thank you. It was sort of... Well, it was a pretty good place, actually. Like... It's a good defensive flank there. Oh, dang it, right. He can just do that. I should place it here. I'm an idiot. Of course, he places that, and that's gonna force me to attack it. And yeah, that was a guarantee. He moves off that so he can summon there. Please don't use another treasure. I really want that sexy treasure you had. How much did it cost? I don't know. Your turn. Punishment. None of those have that, so it doesn't matter. Cost 5. Hell yeah. Actually gonna take that. I'm gonna put a forest here. I might as well fill in the rest of the backboard there. Well, I can. There we go. Now I've got another Doom Scythe, so next turn I can totally scythe it up if I need to. Which I might, because he's got a lot of energy. Mana. Fairy. Things with which you summon cards. I wonder how. Dealing all the damage to that guy. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, that hurts. That sucks. I'm gonna die from that. Dang, nabbit. Are you a taunt? You're not a taunt. That's good. 6 and 3. It's not enough. I could do that, but that wouldn't have a defender. You can taunt, but you wouldn't be able to taunt enough. I'm dead. There's no two ways about it. No two ways about it. But I did. Actually, I almost forgot. Draw card. Are you a taunt with a big? No. Yep. Nope. Claim my prize. And it's nothing. And I'm out of practice coins. So yeah, that's it. We haven't actually even hit an hour. Well, we're actually about to hit an hour, so I guess that doesn't matter as much. If you decide to play, put me as the guy that, I don't know where to do it, because I didn't do it, because I didn't know about it, but there's a thing that you do where it's like, yo, he's the guy that pointed me towards this, and you gotta do it before a certain level. And, the only reason why I even know it's a thing is because Total Biscuit did video on it. That's how I found the game originally. But basically everyone put him as their refer, I guess would be the way to refer to it. I don't know. But yeah, basically everyone that watched his video that started that knew to do it, put him as their refer, and he can't play it. Well, as of last I heard, he can't play the game because basically it's just an interrupt on whatever you're doing outside of the game, outside of actually playing, where it just pops up, someone you recruited did the thing, and now, hey, have a free pack. And it's like, so many packs, I can't even do anything. It's hilarious. Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop. I'm not sure if I'll do more videos. Though, admittedly, it is very much just a thing I've been doing just because, no real reason, so Likely I'll just start recording it instead of just playing it on my off time. Anyway, it's on Steam, and I'll provide a link in the description to both the Steam thing and just their homepage. Or I think I'll do that. Whichever one, if you can buy it from there as well. I guess. Or do you buy it? God, do you buy it? I don't know. Because I got it, like, before the thing. I've just been playing it just because. I think it's free. Yeah, I think it's free. Oh, well, Steam link. So, whatever. This is Akhier, and I'm signing off.